hailed here last night. I was really worried about my bottles, but it looks like they all survived. Now, it was kind of sparse hail. It wasn't hailing hard, but the hail that did fall was pretty large size. Probably the largest I've seen fall. It is definitely larger than regular marble sized. But, yep. Oh, I'm thankful for that. Okay, so it's been a long time since I've dug, like over 2 weeks. Just been really busy with other stuff. Even though it's really warm out, I'm going to try to dig today. It's almost going to be 90. But my one buddy, Jeff, left this pickaxe looking thing here. So I figured I'd try to bust through all this with that maybe and see how it goes. Guess we can try it out and see. Yeah, I might be able to bust through that. Can't really film and do that. It's really difficult. So busted through, well, not all the way through, but almost a foot. But then the spud bar's moving because that root's moving because it's really windy and the tree up there is moving. So now I'm a little bit nervous about digging down here. So maybe I'll do it on a day that's not so windy. I don't want to be down there, then this whole thing blow over. So I think what I'm going to do instead is focus on filling in an old hole that I needed to. I had it covered up with a board and some logs and stuff, so nothing would fall in it. But I got it almost, I don't know, 3/4 filled, I guess. So go ahead and keep on working on it. And yeah, then if my one friend wants to come down here and dig, then he won't have to worry about this at all. And they can just focus on busting through the wire. I don't know. If everyone works together, can get some good glass, I guess. Yeah, I feel better on working on that hole on a less windy day. Hey, I actually found something. It's a glass stopper and a broken bottle top. Still filling in the hole, so yeah, I'll keep on keeping on, I guess, and maybe I'll find something else. It'd be nice if I found like a small embossed Dragus Absolco or something like that. What's up, everyone? So got the hole filled in the other day, and now I'm back today, but this time to strictly put all my focus into busting through this hole. I mean, I busted through the asphalt there, as you can see, and so I just need to widen that, then I can get down to where the bottles are. Okay, so I'm going to try the other tool out. Last time I did the spud bar, so this time it's going to be this thing here. Let's see. Seems like that pickaxe thing works better for breaking that up, but I have to look away or close my eyes whenever I whack, because when the asphalt explodes, when I hit it, it flies everywhere it hits me. Probably should have safety glasses or something, but I guess looking away I'll have to do since I don't have any. Okay, I don't know what is up with this hole, but I mean, this is straight asphalt. Any of the other holes I've dug in this dump, the asphalt has been in chunks. I could dig them out and throw them out. This, it's all melted together with tar and other stuff, so I don't even know if this is worth digging. I mean, this is so much work for no reward, it seems like. I can't even bust through the bottom layer, so that's really odd. I mean, that little test hole there, if I were to see ash, that would give me hope, but I'm not. It's just a bunch of hard asphalt still. And that's 3 foot deep there. So I don't know what is going on with it. But I think I just wasted 4 trips worth of gas and a bunch of labor. I mean, that's how it goes, but wow. I really lost big time on this one. Yeah, I don't know if anyone else would want to mess with it or not, but I'm going to try one more time to bust through that bottom layer and see if there's any ash or glass or any sign of anything besides whatever this is. But if not, then I'm done. I'm not wasting any more time on this. Alright, so I whacked the test hole as hard as I could with the spud bar, and it felt like it broke through, so I guess I'll try a little bit longer. I got another foot down. A few shards of glass are small, so I'll keep going and let you know the results. Okay, so I widened the test hole quite a bit, and then way down at the bottom is clay. So I don't know if that's the bottom or not. So I'm gonna have to go to the car and get my probe and find out if it is or not. Because if that's the bottom, then I didn't hit any layer. It was just a bunch of this type of stuff. I mean, there's a few shards mixed in, but it's mostly just, I mean, you see the dirt there, there's nothing in it. Versus the pile over there, where you can see all kinds of shards. So I might have hit the very edge of the dump. If so, then I can cave under this tree and maybe get something that way. Well, that's the bottom, so it looks like the only way I'll find anything is by tunneling in the direction of under that sign, or whatever it is. So what I thought might have been an old sign is actually an old shovel. And yeah, the wire's going in that direction. Finally got into one, found a few shards. One beer base, I think. And finally, after 8 hours of digging, I finally get my prize. An embossed date and August. George W. Martin, pharmacist, Sente and Washington Streets, Dayton, Ohio. So it actually paid off. I can't believe it. And that's the first bottle. I haven't found any other bottles. So yeah, the layer's going this way underneath this tree here, so I'm gonna follow it. Not bad. Looks like it'll be in good shape too. Okay, so I see a large bottle in here. It's right here. There is so many roots in here, it's unreal, but kind of excited to see what this is. It's larger, so it could be a nice embossed beer of some kind. Yeah, see this? This is a huge root. There's just so much glass in here. There we go. What is that? Duffy's, maybe? This is what it's shaped like. shaped more like an SBH thing. But it's in there so good. Okay, so if it's I can't even talk. I'm so tired from doing that. Okay, I'll film it if it's not an SBH, but I think it is, so I'm gonna use my twisty thing and twist it out. Okay, so that was an SBH. Probably leave it here for someone else. I do got something else down here. It's round, so let's see what it is. It seems kind of small too. Oh, it's broken. That makes sense. Oh, wow. Is that another bottle there? I mean, it sure is, but it's broke, of course. Oh, man. Don't look like it was an older beer, too. Yeah, I don't know. The hole may be worth widening out in this direction. Well, I think I'm going to call it a day. I'd get one local bottle, so I'm thankful for that, because for a while I didn't think I was going to get anything. So, under the tree is dug out, but to the right is not. The layer's fresh, but it's really tight, so yeah, I'd have to widen the hole and take out at least from where the stick is. Everything in front of that stick there in the hole needs to go for me to dig out the other area, which the layer was pretty good in this area, so I'm hoping it'll be good in that area too. Here's the fines cleaned up. Actually, a lot of these came from my buddy. He doesn't sell because a lot of bottles are hard to sell and take time to sell, and usually end up putting so much effort into it, it's not worth it half of the time. But I threw a bunch in a lot, and I decided to attempt to sell a few on my own. So all these, but the one keeper I dug is going to be available probably. So first is this hair balsam bottle from New York. And here's a cool insert. I've never found one before. Ball Rose Glass Manufacturing Company, Buffalo, New York. Has an R on the other side. A front embossed diamond ink company, Milwaukee. A few bromos. This one cleaned up the best. The other two didn't clean up that well. They're all sick. William H. Mink hutch out of Richmond. It's got a chip there. This is a different Hoster out of Columbus, Ohio. It's machine made, but it's different. And these are pretty cool. Most of these either have this part or this part. The scarcer variant, which is this one, has both of them in the front. And here's a large one. This is a really nice looking bottle. They seem to be pretty common around here, but not in that style. H.K. Mulford, Philadelphia. I've never dug a pepper sauce quite like this one. It looked nice tumbled up in someone's collection. Thompson's Wild Cherry, Phosphate, Chicago. This is probably the most embossed bottle that I own. In a way I'd keep it, but in another way, since I didn't personally dig it, it'll probably be in my for sale group. But yeah, it's got lots of embossing, and the lip's kind of interesting looking. Now it does have one little tiny bruise there, but still a nice bottle. Be even nicer once the inside's a little bit more clean. And this one's a real crier. It's a Coke, a straight side Coke from Richmond, but it's got chips and dings in a lot of places on it. Heavy wear too. There's another chip. But the only reason why I have it here is because the one guy didn't want it because of the damage. But I mean, even with all that, I'd say I could still get $60 for it. Out of all the bottles that were in the lot that he didn't want, that one's probably the best even with the damage, just because you don't see straight sides from Richmond that often. I find the Dayton ones and Columbus ones all the time. There's some other cities like Lexington, Kentucky that are super common, even though I haven't dug any, but I poked around in that area, so they're not all that common. And here's this. It's a Mink Brewing Company blob from Richmond, Indiana. Well, actually a Baltimore loop top since it has a little inner niche, but yeah, I just have a habit of calling any pre-crown top bottle a blob, but only a few of them. Only a few blob beers, or only a few beers that I've dug have actually had true blob tops. And here's an Old from Dayton. I don't think they made blob top Olds ever. Nubros herbicide kills a dandruff germ. I've seen these around, mostly in dumps from around 1913. This one's really cool here. It's like a sample blob beer. Has EHE company on the base. Here's a sample whiskey. Has a diamond with a 402, whatever that means. A.N. Chamberlain, Elkhart, Indiana. It has a bunch of embossing right here, but it's really weak. Chamberlain something. I found these before, but never in that size. It might even say something different too, but the embossing's so weak I can't tell. It'll say cigarettes out of Dayton, Ohio. Very common crown top, but it did clean up nicely. This one's really cool. Okay, milk of magnesia bottles are common, right? But not in the blown sample size. I find the screw cap sample sizes here and there for sale, but never the small one like this. I don't see them hardly ever. So it's after 1906 if it has a 1906 patent date, but still a neat little bottle. And this one's one I've never dug also. It's a marine eye remedy and milk glass. I find the little cylinders here and there that say marine eye remedy on the side. They're about the size of an Omega oil bottle. Yeah, this milk glass one's a little bit different. It's nice. This came from a Privy Dig. It's damaged, but it's heavy glass and it's unique, so yeah, it's just a different lid that you don't see too often. And this is really cool. It does have a chip, but look at the base here. It's actually iron panel. I wish I was the one to dig it, but I wasn't. It's still cool to have though. I'll probably wait till I dig one myself before I keep it. So I'll post it in the for sale group, even with a chip. I'm sure someone would want it just because it's panel. Don't see too many panel bottles for sale, damaged or in good condition. I don't know what this is. I don't even know if this is a bottle. But it is early. It's broken, and I guess that's a pommel base. I don't know. Look at that flared lip. That is awesome. So that wraps up that group. And I just have one bottle to show, which is the only one worth keeping. Here's the only bottle that I got out of a dig that was worth keeping the one day. And I cleaned it up, but it still needs a little bit more cleaning. G.O.W. Martin, pharmacist, corner of Sentee and Washington Streets, Dayton, Ohio. I don't think I have that one, so I guess it'll go in my personal collection. Has a patent date. But my camera doesn't want to focus on it for some reason. Guess I'll try to force it. Something 94. Does have a tiny little lip flake missing there, but I mean that happens on almost all the druggist bottles I find. So it's a 120-year-old bottle, so it's it's really unlikely for something like that to turn out to be perfect. The one guy actually dug enough towards where I started the hole to where he actually made it to where I was, and this is actually in the loose stuff, so I think he thought it was just a slick and didn't bother looking at it. So yeah, I think I'll post all these on the page, so if you're interested in anything, just comment on it. Another thing I want to mention is I'm actually moving. I actually got a job in my field, so I'll be leaving Southwest Ohio and going back towards Southeast Ohio. So there's creeks to walk over there, but a lot of people know about them now to a point where I might as well just post the exact locations, considering at this point I don't feel like it matters because everyone and their brother's walking them now. So yeah, the secret's out. Everyone knows which creeks have bottles on them, so I mean the first person who walks them after a flood when it's low enough to see the bottom, then they're the ones who are going to probably find the good stuff, and the second or third person might find a few other bottles. But yeah, so if you're someone who lives in the Middletown area and you're interested in anything I have at all, then now would be the time to stop by, because after that you're going to have to pay shipping. As for the rest of you, which are my online customers, I guess it doesn't matter anyway, because you'll have to pay shipping regardless. Unless you drive, but with gas prices going as high as they are, it's probably not even worth driving now. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm sorry I didn't produce too many bottles in the video. I will try to go back and dig where I dug this bottle here because the hole's still open. But with the way things are looking, with me having to work and figure out a place to, or not a place, but a time to move and get all that stuff taken care of, I don't know how much free time I'm going to have, so I might not. The main thing I want to do is try to sell as many bottles as possible, because then I have that much less to move. I wish the antique mall people would be more, I can't even think of the right word, but more willing to invest. I know there's a word for it, but I can't think of it. Like, if they were to buy a group of bottles like this, well, let's say there was, instead of just 6 right here, let's say there was 100 of them, and they'd be willing to spend like $100. There's no way they would lose money on stuff like this, since it's all embossed at $1 a bottle. I know that's common stuff, but at $1 a bottle, I'm pretty sure even if they gave a discount, they could still come on top and double their money. I do have a lot of people messaging me on Marketplace. Well, not a lot, but a few here and there. The problem with that is there's so many dishonest people, or people who have no morals, and they just think it's okay to be like, oh yeah, I'll show up on this day. Then when the day comes up and I message them, well, something came up, I got to reschedule, and some do, and but most of them don't, so it's a big waste of time. I kind of wish there was a way to make them pay a certain amount if they back out or something like that. But okay, yeah, are you sure enough to where you'd be willing to give me $20 or something like that? Because then if they didn't show up, then I'd get $20 for my time messaging them. I mean, I'm not sounding harsh, but I get tired of that behavior all the time when I'm trying to sell stuff. But yeah, be checking out my page, Daniel's Digs, and if you're in Middletown or the surrounding area and you want to buy a bunch of bottles, just hit me up. Especially if you're willing to buy a lot of commoner stuff in particular, because it'll be so much cheaper buying off me than having to pay all this shipping. Considering shipping will cost more than what I'm asking for most of what I have here at home. But yeah, I guess that's all. Yeah, just check out my page if you feel like it, and that's all. Later.